All of our favourite foods have stories. Some are heartwarming, others can be heroic, but then there are foods invented by people who are bored, horny, or just plain stupid. Those are my favourites. Today, I'll be talking about dishes with the dumbest backstories imaginable, from breakfast cereals designed to stop you touching yourself, to a snack invented by a man called Nacho, because some military wives wouldn't take no for an answer. Grab a fork, brace your taste buds, and prepare to lose faith in civilization, because we're starting with Cornflakes, the anti-masturbation cereal. If you think cornflakes are boring, that's because they were meant to be. In the late 19th century, John Harvey Kellogg, a Seventh-day Adventist doctor who ran a sanitarium, believed spicy, flavorful food stirred up people's carnal urges. He insisted that bland diets, daily enemas, and the occasional electric shock would keep his patients pure. To curb the nation's lust, he baked a mixture of corn and wheat into brittle flakes. His brother Will sneaked sugar into them at some point and created a cereal empire. But the original purpose was to make you so uninterested in breakfast that you wouldn't be tempted by anything else. Only in Victorian-era America could a crusade against masturbation give us Kellogg's, and somehow it worked. Because I can confirm, nothing about a bowl of Special K makes me want to touch myself. Cheers, Dr. K. And a similar story is graham crackers. Basically for the same reason, to suppress your lust. Before s'mores and cheesecake bases, graham crackers were an anti-sex biscuit. In the 1820s, Minister Sylvester Graham preached that Americans were ruining their minds and bodies with alcohol, meat, and basically anything with flavour. To keep his flock pure, he promoted a bland vegetarian diet centred on whole wheat products and insisted that spice or sugar could ignite carnal desires. He even developed his own unsifted flour and baked a simple, unseasoned biscuit in 1829. These early graham crackers reportedly tasted like bran crackers without the salt. Their entire purpose was to suppress passion and make people less horny. Now we smash melted marshmallow and chocolate between them, Sylvester would be absolutely livid and maybe a bit sticky. It turns out the devil's work tastes like compressed cardboard. I doubt that these would stop anyone from doing anything. And then there's the sandwich. The invention made by laziness. You know the sandwich, the pinnacle of British convenience. Its origin is as lazy as it is legendary. In the 18th century, gambler John Montague, the 4th Earl of Sandwich, didn't want to leave his card table for dinner. He ordered his servant to put 2 slices of salted meat between 2 pieces of toast so that he could keep gambling. Other players saw this as a food of convenience and said, "I'll have the same as sandwich," and thus the name stuck. He may have stolen the idea from flatbreads he'd seen on his travels, but credit in Britain goes to the man who couldn't be asked to take a lunch break. So every time you grab a bacon sarnie, you're honouring a gambler's refusal to leave the table. I've made hundreds of sandwiches. They are the ultimate snack for the chronically lazy. Imagine being so into a game of cards that you invent an entire food category rather than pause. You gotta give them respect. And then there's the fortune cookie. A legal battle over a fake Chinese dessert. Nothing screams inauthentic Chinese meal more like a fortune cookie, and that's because they're not Chinese at all. The fragile cookies likely started as a Japanese treat. Around 1907, a San Francisco gardener is said to have given sweetened rice wafers with thank you messages to supporters after being rehired at a Japanese tea garden. Down in Los Angeles, Chinese immigrant David Young, owner of the Hong Kong Noodle Company, claimed that he invented the cookie around 1918 and handed them out to unemployed men with Bible verses. Another claimant is a Japanese-American baker who sold cookies containing haiku to Chinese restaurants. The debate became so heated that in 1983, the self-appointed Court of Historical Review staged a mock trial to decide whether the fortune cookie came from San Fran or LA. San Francisco won, but Los Angeles ignored the verdict anyway. In short, your Chinese takeaway ends up with a Japanese-American cookie whose origin is decided by people in costume. It says I'm gonna die. Despite the scary message, it is quite a joy to eat a delicious little bastard child of Japanese and American marketing. Brilliant. Now for something that I would call an ice lolly, I'll use the American term just so that you recognise it. Popsicles were a treat invented by accident. On a cold night in 1905, 11-year-old Frank Epperson accidentally created a frozen empire. He mixed powdered soda with water, left it on his porch with a wooden stirrer, and completely forgot about it. Overnight, the mixture froze, and in the morning, he pulled the frozen treat out by the stick and loved it. He called his invention Popsicles. Years later, his children referred to them as Popsicles. Get it? Popsicles? Dadsicles? Fathercicles? And the name Popsicle stuck, and by 1923 he had patented the idea and sold it to a company. The first commercial Popsicles came in 7 flavours and cost just 5 cents. So the ice lolly came from an 11-year-old's laziness and a cold night in San Francisco. Next time your kids leave a drink outside, check it in the morning because you might have a new patent on your hands. Finally, we get to Nachos, which, if you believe the story, is a snack born out of pity. Our final dish owes its existence to a compassionate maitre d' and some hangry American housewives, because in 1943, a group of US military wives arrived at a club in Mexico after closing time. The chef had gone home, and a man nicknamed Nacho, the maitre d', didn't want to turn them away, so he cut up leftover tortillas, fried them, and covered them with grated cheese and jalapenos, and popped them in the oven. The ladies absolutely loved them, so he named the dish Nachos Especiales. Word spread, the recipe appeared in church cookbooks, and eventually Tex-Mex restaurants drowned it in sour cream and meat. The world's addiction to nachos began because one man called Nacho improvised a snack for hungry women who wouldn't go away. That's the kind of hospitality we can all raise a pint to. So throughout these stories, what have we learned? That our favourite treats weren't meticulously planned by genius chefs. They were born out of prudish doctors terrified of masturbation, preachers obsessed with purity, gamblers too lazy to stand up, immigrants fighting over credit, and children forgetting their drinks, and a bloke named Nacho who didn't want to disappoint some women. Civilization isn't always powered by brilliance. It can be fueled by accidents, apathy, and a good dash of stupidity. And thank God for that, because otherwise I'd have absolutely nothing to eat. I've been Big Nibbles. Thank you for watching. Watch this, subscribe here. Goodbye.